There are people behind the scenes who make this enormous enterprise run flawlessly for you. That doesn't mean it runs flawlessly for them, but for you, not a hiccup. So the first person I want to thank is the gentleman behind every one of your incredible madrigs. I know you want to take them all home. I know that you're going to wake up in a couple of days and wonder, where is the man who does everything? Where's your wife? But the man who makes it all work, who is the head of all the madrigs, who coordinates with the fabulous Razy, and who makes sure that every moment of your day is flawless. Please, please, a big round of applause for Yehuda! I love him like a son. I do. We thank you. Everybody stand up for him. Get up here. Get up. Yeah. Woohoo! Thank you. I can't do it without you. You make me feel safe and confident, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And now, I mentioned this on the first night. I still have not convinced her to marry my son. But she told me that's because it would be a problem, because she'd love her mother-in-law more than her husband. The wife of all of us, the woman who is our hostess with the mostest. She's talented, she's creative, she's sweet, she's kind. She's Noah Hacohen. Yay! Clap for Noah! I love you, Noah. Woo! Noah! And now, because Hakarat Hatov, because gratitude and expression, and just like Lenore explained to us earlier, the expression of your voice is so fundamental in making you strong. We asked 3 women from different cities to come up and speak for just a couple of minutes each about their experience. The first one is our Toronto blogger, Jory Lichtman. Yay, Jory. Go, Jory. They like you, Jory.
I don't know what I've gotten myself into. So, if Adrian asked me to say a few words, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, so Adrian asked me to say a few words, and I'm honored. I guess I want to start by thanking our trip leaders and everybody who Adrian just thanked, but our trip leaders specifically for the Toronto Village Shul Group, Chavi, Susan, Aharona, and Adrian. I consider her our leader too. And Ellie, sorry, yeah. And yeah, it was really, when Adrian was saying in our last lecture, when you get home, kind of, what is this? This is summer camp. It's like a spiritual retreat. It's a school of life. It's a sisterhood experience. It's a hummus extravaganza. It's a movement, a cry fest, a 24/7 bar mitzvah, wedding. Just me and my roommate joke, there's a spectacle everywhere we go, dancing, singing, eating, and a Jewish journey, of course. So I'll just, before the trip, I actually wrote an article, and ended up kind of being my pre-blog, and the theme was about connection, and how I was craving connection. And I focused on, in the blog, I focused on really connection to people. And I guess, that really has been maintained as my theme, connection. But I guess on the last day of the trip, I see sort of 3 pillars of the connection that I've gained. So one is a connection to Judaism and how I feel about being a Jewish woman as part of this amazing Jewish community. And the second one is the connection to other people, other women, other other women in other countries that I've met on this trip, and of course my own Toronto community. And then the last is the connection to myself. So it really has made, that theme connection really just kind of stays true. And what I sort of wrote and felt a couple of weeks ago before the trip, the trip was obviously, I have to be honest, we got lots of emails beforehand. I was very honest with my leaders. I really didn't read a lot of them. Not because I didn't want to, because I just was, just lots going on. I didn't really read it, but I just had faith that the trip would be everything that I needed in my life. And the details, I don't know, not that I didn't care, I kind of just knew that the details, the talks, the lectures would be everything that I needed at this point in my life. I just wrote a couple of notes, I wasn't allowed. Oh, and I guess I'll just mention sort of the term that our trip leader Susan mentioned on our very first day, and I mentioned it in my first blog, and thank you to people who read the blog and hopefully connected to the words and the feelings that I expressed, but joyously Jewish is Susan Hennick's term, but I've adopted it, and it's how I feel just about this experience. I really can't describe. You're right, Adrian. I don't know how to describe this when I get back, because it's hard to put into words, because it's what you feel. But I think the words that I wrote I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to blog, because it really helped me connect with what I was feeling and what each day and experience meant to me. So, thank you, and
I have to adjust my hair. She hugged me and she got the left side. It's not good. Okay. Our next speaker is the lovely Natalia Popova from Moscow. Put your hands together for Natalia. Natalia is going to speak in English, and the translators will translate her into Russian, just so you guys see how we feel. Here we go.
Oh my God, I'm afraid speaking English. It's a mix in my head between Russian, English, and Hebrew. But I'll try. Girls, all women from our group and me are absolutely happy being here. This trip gave me a lot of emotion. I see that the world around me is a beautiful world, is a different world, and I am a part of this world, Jewish world. I am a part of a Jewish community, and absolutely happy on it. I'm proud I'm Jewish, really. Thank you. I met 200 women from different countries. All of them were kind to me. I had 100 hugs, 100 kisses, smiles, words, nothing but nice. I am really happy. I met here wonderful women, Adrian and Tsipi. I have never seen before such interesting women with charismatic, a lot of charisma, and beautiful, and so well educated, and full of love to all of us. I was really happy speaking with a lot of women. Margot from Washington, Jackie from Toronto, Lina and Luba from Israel, Alina from Greece, and 2 sisters. I don't remember all names, but I remember your faces, the inside of my heart. I will remember about it forever. wonderful. I remember the fire show in the first day. I'm proud of us, to our honest. I was crying. I remember Tver, Tzfat, Yerushalayim, Kotel. I have seen that before, but no one was like this time. I am really, really happy. And the girls from our group, I am happy I knew. I'm happy I know you. You are something special, girls. Our city leaders, Dvora and Dara. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Tzipi. I don't want. I had a Jewish name here, new Jewish name, on Masada. It's a very, very special place, heroical place. I was proud of Jewish being there, and I had a new name there. I am lucky, I think. Thank you for this. Thank you. And at last, when I come home, I promise you, I believe a better wife than I am now. I take my husband to the first place. I will be quiet with my children and my friends. And I try to make Shabbat and go to mikvah and do something else to be Jewish. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say else. I love all of you. Thank you.
Whoa. And now, two of the wonderful Israeli women who have been our ambassadors, who have helped us connect to the land, to their experience, whose warmth and love has surrounded all of us, Yael and Mali.
We love you too. Good evening, everyone. It's very hard to stand here after such an emotional and heartbreaking. I don't know how to express myself, but it was very emotional to hear all the feelings that you have, and we also share the same feeling. I'll allow Mali to begin, and then I'll finish with thanks to everyone.
Good evening, all. Actually, I didn't prepare myself to this situation, okay? So I just speak from the bottom of my heart. 2 months ago, I got a very good decision, and I didn't know who I'm going to meet, what is going to be in this trip. And I need to thank to my roommate, Yael, who bring me to this trip, okay? That day, I didn't know what is JWRP. After 7-8 days together, I met so many powerful, beautiful, smarter women all over the world. It's not just a woman, it's a Jewish woman. So thank you all that you choose to come here in this hard day to be with us. It was very powerful for me to listen to all your stories, all your private conversation in the lobby just before I go to sleep. And there is so many beautiful and courageous women here in this room. I know that responsibility in English, is to choose, it's the ability to choose your response every single moment. If we take responsibility and we cut, it's the ability to choose your response. You have now the ability to choose your response, how to tell your friends what is Israel, what is Judaism, how we are living here. And we are living here. We have a wonderful life here. And just to tell you all that you have homeland, like we have homeland, you can bring your family, your children, your husband to travel here. You have here now family, actually Israeli family. There is 20 wonderful and beautiful Israeli women here to welcome you every time you want to come. So don't forget. Last things. This very special weeks for me was to feed my soul every single day. I listened to all the lecture, Adrian, wonderful Adrian. And I just, like a SpongeBob, I actually like him. Every time, I know things, okay? I live here, I knew things. It's not new for me, but actually to look at your eyes, this land, these people, it was very wonderful for me. So, thank you all.
I will continue with thanking all, first of all, our wonderful, wonderful Greek Toronto bus. Freddy, our bus leader, amazing bus leader, thank you. Tzipi, or Tzipora, or Pizzi, or whatever. Adrian for the wonderful lectures and the spirit and the modeling you example for us. Yossi, our great guy, and all the other madrichim. Alex, our driver, I don't know if he's here, but thank you for driving us safely. Great Noah for everything. Raising behind the scenes. Leora and Judith and Leah for their warm, I can't express what you did for us. And Luba as well. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay. Remember on the first night I told you there was a girl here that looked like a cross between Fran Drescher and Julia Roberts? You didn't know her yet, but I'm sure she's touched your life in a million different ways, with her story, with her direction, with her dependability, and with her overwhelming love. Please welcome my left hand, Zippy Lieberman.
Hi, ladies. Tonight, I always, everyone says to me, so, aren't you happy to go home? Aren't you happy it's over? No. And I never know how I'm going to react when it comes to the final banquet. I'm just like never sure. And I've been like holding in these tears like all night because it might ruin my makeup. But I actually feel really emotional. And I'm really sad to see you all go. Yes, I'm happy to go home and see my kids. But I'm not happy that you're leaving. I know that tonight ends our time together. It has been a truly amazing week being with you all, and it has taught me quite a lot. I want to say that on each trip that I'm on, I am inspired more and more, and I learn more each time from each and every one of you. In such a short time, you have made an impact on me, and I have built relationships that I will cherish long after tonight. So many of you say thank you to me. I say thank you to you for making this possible so that I could be part of your adventure. When you leave here tonight, remember everything that you heard, saw, or were a part of it, as it continues to be a part of your life. This was an adventure that I know I will never forget. And for that, I am so thankful to each and every one of you. While most people say goodbye at the end of a trip, I would rather say so long until we meet again. And now, everyone, I would like to share with you the adventure that we all took together. Turn your attention to the screens and take it away.
I came off the plane and I was welcomed not only by everybody in Israel, but my sister-in-law and my nephew, who's 2 years old.
This is my first time in Israel. It's just been amazing getting off the plane and seeing the Bruchim Habayim, and felt like coming home to a place I've never been, which is an odd feeling.
Coming out of Ben Gurion into the warm Israeli sunshine and feeling that I'm here. I've come back and I'm here.
This is the beginning of the journey of a lifetime. For the next 9 days, be the biggest, best you can be. And together, the merit that we get, especially for coming at this time, should benefit everyone you love, everyone in your life.
I feel like amazing, and I want to stay here all the time. I'm proud for being here because I want to grow in Jewish family with Jewish traditions, and I want to bring this glory and harmony in my home also.
I've already learned a lot, and I'm really scared to think how much new things I'm going to learn more and how different I'm going to come back to home.
Prayer is the central thing of Jewish consciousness. Finding the language of your heart. It is the work of your soul. You are part of an enormous collective, and you are standing
in the epicenter of the power plant.
My daughter Megan came to join me. She's here studying at seminary, and she wanted to be here for my first time at the Kotel. And I'm really glad she was here. It's been really, really emotional.
When I was born, I was given the name Pesha, and I felt very embarrassed by that name. And I am so grateful for JWRP for giving me this experience and allowing me to embrace something that was very embarrassing for me, and now I will wear it with pride. Batya Pesha, now and forever.
I have met the most amazing, amazing group of women. It has brought me closer to God and much closer to my family.
Well, I've got you standing. I want you to stomp your feet and make some noise for the most incredible women from around the world. Once again, to your city leaders. To the other group of women who have made it possible. The cohesion, the glue between the city leaders and the participants, women who proved themselves as leaders in the years past the trip and came back. Put your hands together for the Madrigas. And now, ladies, we have filled your tanks. You are filled. In fact, you're practically buoyant. And not just from the food. But here's what we want from you.
Did you see it? What? What are we looking for?
We want you to remember that the incredible speech, the heartfelt speech from the girl from Moscow, all of us, unless you're at least 7, 8 generations North American, by the grace of God, your grandparents were able to get here. Some of them after the Shoah, but not after having experiencing pogroms, anti-Semitism, and difficulty. She is you if the circumstances were slightly different. If she can come from a place where generations of Jewish people will be thrown in jail for owning a Hebrew book, all of us who go home to free lands, please keep learning. I want to end the way I began. I asked you on the first night to remember the idea to remember the notion that if you take a handful of salt and you put it in a glass and you stir it and you drink it, how does it taste? But if you take that same handful of salt and you put it in a lake, how does it taste? Completely fresh. Because it's always the same amount of salt that is difficulty and challenge and pain in our lives. The difference in the taste is the size of your vessel. Don't be a glass, be a lake. How do you be a lake? All of the things that we taught you, that we showed you, that we took you, the love that we filled into you has expanded you, and all of those tears are just your soul leaking out of the only place it can come. I beg all of you, for Natalia and for all of those women whose mothers and grandmothers could never have dreamed to be dancing here, for your children and their children, for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, but most of all, for yourself. Never let go of this experience. Find the way to replicate it in your own town. My blessing to all of us is that we're not glasses and we're not lakes, but we're massive oceans, and that nothing will ever separate us or shrink us down again. I wish you all safe travels, and as Sippy said, until we meet again, shalom. Yerushalayim.